I guess one of the proudest accomplishments that we see in this transformed place and space of our lobby, number one, we create a brand new workstation for Deshaun Pickett. And I like to tell people that although the rest of us were very much inconvenienced, Deshaun's desk nearly burnt to the ground. So for her to find and to be really our person that's the first voice, the first face of the organization, when people who walk through those doors, here's what they're going to see when they come into this new transformed space of Akron Community Foundation. And I just want to take the opportunity to thank the past staff, the board leadership, as well as previous board members who had the foresight to have put into place insurance coverage and a policy that would allow us to utilize the appropriate resources to build this space, to make it more inviting, a little more warmer and engaging for those in the community that are coming back and for those that are coming to see us for the very, very first time. Well, Mark, one consequence of the fire was obviously the need to rebuild the organization.
John's vision from the beginning was taking this event that happened, this fire, and being able to turn this into something really positive for the foundation in terms of bringing the space up to a more current design standard, making it more functional for the foundation, more functional for the community. And this room we're standing in here is one of the very important areas of this space, making this boardroom something that has a lot of impact visually and actually bringing that up to speed on technology too, since the original space was built.
This side of the building primarily represents cosmetic changes that you'll see. New wall coverings, new ceiling tiles, as well as new carpeting that was necessary to abate the smoke and the odor that had filled it from the really disastrous fire we had on January 10th.
In the individual offices, we just updated the carpet and the paint, and the lighting and the ceilings are all the same as they were. One thing we did do was, like I was saying, add an accent wall to each office, so each person got to choose their color, which is kind of cool.
We've actually done some updating in here with colors on the walls. This floor actually matches the new floor in the fire damaged area. It's kind of a way to tie things together and bring the two pieces of the building as one.
The new fund development and donor engagement suite, and I think you'll see from the area that it represents for the organization a really inviting environment for prospective donors who come to the organization, fund holders who are looking for information about the grants that they may want to make and how they may get better connected to the community. You'll see that the old dividers that we had that were 6 feet tall have been lowered, that I expect and that the staff hopes will be a real impetus for people to be able to work more closely together, to be able to communicate more freely, and without those walls there, we know that's going to be a more inviting environment for not only those of us working here, but those coming to the organization for the first time.
This is a beautiful workspace, and I think it creates a sense of community among your workers and your team players and the associates that are here, as well as the outside community that comes in and wants to interact. And yet it creates a sense of privacy for each one of the individuals. So it's beautiful. The colors that are throughout the building are very warm and inviting, and you did a great job in choosing this.
This building is now very green. LED technology everywhere to save money, to provide the proper lighting and work environment for everyone. These are very exciting changes.
We also created a little bit of a walkthrough area from here to the boardroom so that we're setting up for meetings and volunteers and community leaders are congregating in the hallway. We don't have to interfere with them and where they are. I'm also pleased, if you see on both sides of the Bert A. Polsky conference room, that we now have digital projectors that are available in both of these rooms, a divider that you might hear some noise of the backdrop that's actually being finalized and repaired at the moment so that this room functionally can be broken down for both spaces. We also, if you'll believe it, have a wireless mic so that, and speakers in the ceiling so that when this room is used for some of our community forums, that we have ability with that wireless technology for everybody to hear us and for the room to function much more effectively than we were able to before.
The room that's right behind me, the new glass conference room, is my favorite part because it gives them a brand new place that they can meet. It's visible from the lobby, and we barely took any square footage out of the lobby to create that space. We also incorporated this barn door, which is kind of neat. So sliding door. It's just a neat feature to reduce the impact of the footprint of the door, but just create a really neat modern aesthetic too. So local artists are going to be displaying their work here. It seems that colors have been carefully chosen to work with what we have going on in the building, and I'm just really excited to see the artwork going up.
The new building, the home, really states the mission of the Akron Community Foundation. It reflects the personality. It's warm, it's open, it's extremely functional.
By the way, I want to thank Dennis Jansky, and it's very important on behalf of the board and behalf of Dennis's staff colleagues, the incredible job that he did and the innumerable moving parts that there were for this project. I can't even begin to think of the various contractors from painters to the construction people, the security system, HVAC, all of the work and the material and the knowledge that had to go in providing that coordination. Dennis was Johnny on the spot the whole time.